everyone, and welcome to the Good Woo. This is a guided meditation to help you get to know your inner warrior archetype. So let's begin. I want you to find a space where you can sit or lie down, where you will not be disturbed, where you feel safe, where you can make some noise. And I want you to begin by placing your hand just where your belly button is. As you breathe in, I want you to feel your belly expand, that it pushes against your hand. And as you exhale, I want you to feel your stomach recede back into your spine. Inhale, and the belly expands. Exhale, and it contracts. Now this is the way I want you to breathe throughout this meditation. So just continue that process as you hear me speaking. These first few breaths, I want you to be exhaling with sound out of your mouth. So we inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. That's an example. Now, this can turn into something much louder. If you're feeling a lot of frustration and anger, go ahead and let it out. Make some sound as you exhale. Inhale, exhale. If inhaling and exhaling with sound is really serving you right now, I invite you to pause this video and continue to do this until you feel like you've let out a sizable amount of frustration and agitation and anger. And now I would like for you to do 5 deep breaths and exhales through your nose. As you're doing this, I want you to imagine that as you inhale, you create a bubble around your body of blue light. And as you exhale, that bubble expands. As you inhale, the blue light intensifies. And as you exhale, the bubble expands. As you're doing this, I want you to expand this bubble around the entire building that you're in right now. And I want you to imagine that within this bubble, you are surrounded with this blue, benevolent energy of protection, of safety, of courage, and of clarity. If you work with angels, this is the energy of Archangel Michael, and his color is royal blue. And he is truly the warrior angel. And whenever we're working with releasing anger and resentment and calling in warrior energy, we want to call him in first to oversee and overlight the entire process. Now I want you to imagine that your heart center, your chest, turns into a green bubble of light, emerald green, crystalline, shining, multifaceted, like a emerald, pure green, healing, loving energy. And here is where we call upon the energy of Archangel Raphael. The highest vibrational energies of this archangel are healing, serving the human race as we heal and integrate our power. But this is also the entryway into your sacred space. So imagine that you get very small. And that's okay, because you're surrounded by all of this benevolent, healing, protective energy. And within this green bubble of light, there appears a doorway. Take note of what this doorway looks like. What is it made out of? Is there writing on it? Is there a handle or a knob? And I want you to imagine that you enter this threshold. And what you see on the other side of this door is your sacred space. Many people, it initially represents as nature. And true for most of us, it stays as nature. But it can look like many things. And it's going to be specific for you, as specific as your thumbprint. So enter this space. This is your safe space. All that comes to greet you in this space, all that you interact with in this space, you are safe with. Now, some aspects may introduce themselves to you and it may scare you. All you have to do is call in the angels. That easy. Or call in these different colored light if you don't like the angel mythology. All of that being a part of yourself. So you can call in any energy you need to help you. Some aspects may present as less than benevolent just because they've been ignored. And with your loving attention, they shapeshift. So that's just a precursor to this kind of work. With your intention, I want you to put out into this field of sacred space that you would like to meet your inner warrior. Now, right away, this could present as animals coming up to you, different kinds of animals that we would associate with warrior energy. Eventually, there will be a being that comes close to you that is very clearly a warrior. This could present as a female warrior or a male warrior, or it could actually present as both coming to you at the same time. These parts of yourself may present in very surprising ways, like being from a culture you have no education about, or from a time period that you're not sure of. It's all food for the integration of your deepest self. So allow it to be, and allow the mystery to take you on a journey today. So when they have presented themselves, I want you to follow them because they are going to take you on a journey today. So first, they are going to take you to a form of transportation, whether that's an animal, a spaceship, a boat, a train, a car, a Pegasus, a dragon, whatever it may be. Because they are going to take you to the land from which they came. The land of this warrior spirit. The more you trust them through this process, the more beneficial it will be. So trust this part of yourself. Eventually, you will land or come to the place that they want you to be, where you get to know them today. So once you've gotten there, you may want to pause this video and spend time in this another layer of sacred space that they are introducing to you, because you will always be able to come to this place for the training that they are going to give you today and in the days to come. As you're in this sacred space, they have 3 lessons that they want to teach you. So you can listen to this video all the way through and go back and do this, because it is quite simple. But there's 3 lessons they're going to teach you today. This is going to look different for each and every one of us. But you will be coming back with 3 new ideas, ways of operating, things to shift and change, what to let go of. There will be 3 very clear lessons. Items of advice, so to speak. Teachings. Trainings. And as you wrap up your time with them, you will get back onto this mode of transportation. Because this place where you are indoctrinated into your inner warrior and this relationship with your inner warrior is a very specific place. And we want to keep it sacred, and that you must travel to it and travel back from it. So as you come back from this sacred place with your inner warrior or warriors, because it could present as an entire army, it could present as an entire tribe, there is a gift that they want to give to you. This will be clear to you what it is. It will be a symbol. It will be an object. And as they give it to you, you will clearly know what it represents and what it stands for. I want you to imagine that you take this symbol and you lodge it into your energetic body somewhere. For me, I put it in my throat energy center when I received my object. You can put it in your crown chakra, you can put it in your bicep, right? You can put it in your solar plexus. But now there is something that you must give to them. A sacrifice to solidify this bond and this relationship, to truly hone this energy, this warrior within that will stand up when he or she has to stand up, and that also knows when to turn away, when you must turn away from conflict. This part of yourself who is going to learn how to not be afraid of conflict, that will learn how to speak with integrity when in opposition with others. This is a craft that you will be honing each time you come to speak with your internal warrior. But a sacrifice must be made. What is that sacrifice for you? So it could be not using curse words anymore. It could be stopping smoking or drinking, or watching porn, or it could be for each day you will wake up and say, on this day I will only speak with integrity. And so you're having to set aside responding on social media in any way that is negatively provocative. It could be you have to sacrifice a certain food or a certain relationship or a certain idea or dream or goal. But there's something that you have to give in exchange for this initiation. And what you're going to see with whatever you are sacrificing, it's this 6-month journey of how beneficial that sacrifice will be. You're going to see it over and over again. So don't hesitate here. You'll know exactly what it is and give it to this inner warrior or these inner warriors. Now, what they do with it is also so important, and there's so much information there. So what do they do with this sacrifice? Maybe because of this sacrifice, they now initiate you. And what does that initiation look like? What are the steps to that initiation? Because once you're willing to sacrifice for what you're going to learn, they can then commit to you. So whatever this initiation is, let it progress. And when it's done, thank them. And you can head back out the door. You can go back into the green bubble. Once you start doing a lot of work like this, you can just kind of pop in and out of this place. So know that at any time you're meditating, before you're going to sleep, while you're in the shower, this space is available. And as you go into that heart center, you can get to know all of these different archetypes, your inner warrior, your inner magician, your inner father, your inner mother. You know, it's vast. There is as many archetypes in the human psyche as there are our ability to conceive of different types. So this is an ongoing, never-ending process. And when you've completed this one, write down what were the 3 lessons, and also write down what was the symbol you were given, and also write down what was the initiation process like. And then thank yourself for doing this kind of work. Because once we make changes in this internal realm, massive changes happen in the outward world, that what we consider outside of us. So thank you so much for viewing. Thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your likes. And most importantly, again, thank you for doing this work. Because if each one of us is doing this work, the world will change, and for the better too. And remember that when you are feeling angry and agitated and absolutely ready to blow, you have an inner warrior who can guide you through it. You are not alone. You do not have to lose your SHIT. You can go into this sacred space and say, help me, right? And even just using Archangel Michael, if there's no time to go in and you're in a situation where you feel like you're going to compromise your integrity, call upon Archangel Michael. And that blue light, if you don't want to deal with angel mythology, let's call on this blue, cobalt blue, royal blue, crystalline light to surround you. This is a free will universe, so benevolent beings can only come in and help us if we ask for that help. And this is a great place to start. Thank you so much for your courage.